Your audience will be ready in a moment. Yes! We are joined today, my fellow friends, in a way we've never been joined before. I can tell. The Force is strong among you. Welcome, my friends, to my first event of reading the Star Wars script. No, it's not the movie. No, we can't use the music. Or those greedy corporate lawyers will grab it. Those few pennies that YouTube extends. So, instead, let's just have some fun. Let's just read together into this monumental script. In fact, I should probably share the script with you. That'd be interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Can I do that? I could do it. Nah, who wants to do that? You don't care. You'd rather hear the music. All right, let me just address a few shout-outs to you guys before I jump into the script. So, welcome everybody again. It's awesome being here with you guys. You're using all these great quotes in the movie. So, shout out to Fabian, Some Dude, Deliberator, Kevin, Christopher, Army Guy, Clorox, Darth Sidious. I like that name. Quickster, Shander, Muffins, Overdrifting. Thank you all for getting the word out real quick on your different social medias, right? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is you use. Just do it. Love to see this trending. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Can you do a Toy Story read? Hang on for those requests. Let me just intro everybody. Trinity, Zims, Matt, Farrell, Salty, Moses. I am the Senate. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes! Boom, chakalaka. All right, everybody. Probably what I'll do is read for a little bit, take a few breaks, go about as long as I can till the chug jug runs out or my voice runs out. And I'm not sure which is going to happen first. Do it. Do it. Anybody know what movie that's from? Quackster, good to see you. Hey guys, good to see you. Ben, a pleasure, Ben. Joe, thank you very much. Overdrifting, thank you very much. Nightfallen, excuse me. I will, possibly. Let's get through Star Wars. This is not going to be done all tonight. I'm just telling you guys. I think what I'll do is I'll do it in sections and then put them all together and make a compilation video. That'd probably be best. So, with that said, let us begin. Yes, I think so. All right, here's how we're going to begin. I'm going to read the narrative parts so you guys capture a sense of what's going on from the movie. Unfortunately, can't play the music. Sorry, I really wanted to, but I checked with attorneys and they're gonna copy strike us, and let's not even go there. So, with that back, may I encourage everybody, sit back, get comfortable, get out your popcorn, your bread, whatever it is you've got, your Mountain Dew, and let's just enjoy this time together. Still wish the music was playing. Here we go. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of the trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict. Then the camera begins to pan down on a small space cruiser heading towards the planet at a great speed. The cruiser then heads towards a beautiful green planet of Naboo, which is surrounded by hundreds of massive Trade Federation battleships. There, in the cockpit of the cruiser, the captain and pilot maneuver close to one of the battleships. Qui-Gon says, "Captain." The captain turns to the unseen figure sitting beside her. "Yes, sir?" "Tell them we wish to board at once." "Yes, sir." The captain looks at her view screen, where Gunray, a Neomelodian trade viceroy, waits for a reply. "With all due respect for the Trade Federation, the ambassadors of the Supreme Chancellor wish to board immediately." Newt: Yes, of course. As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal. We will be happy to receive the ambassador. Happy." Then the screen goes black. The cockpit window with the sinister battleship looms ever closer. The robed figure steps back to the side of another similarly robed figure. "Why Naboo? Why this small world when there are so many others more important?" The other figure offers no answer. Qui-Gon turns to the captain. "Contact the Chancellor and inform him that we have arrived." "Yes, sir." The small space cruiser then docks at the enormous main bay of the Federation battleship. A few battle droids and giant starfighter droids watch silently. Inside the battleship, a protocol droid, a TC-14, waits at the door at the docking bay. The door opens and the Republic cruiser can be seen in the docking bay. The 2 brown-robed figures are greeted by TC-14. "I'm TC-14, at your service. This way, please." They move down the hallway. Doors open and slide closed. The 2 cloaked shapes are led past into a formal conference room by TC-14. "I hope your honored sirs will be most comfortable here. My master will be with you shortly." The droid bows as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn begin to settle into their chairs. Then the droid backs out and closes the doors as the Jedi lower their hoods and look out the large window at the lush green planet of Naboo. Qui-Gon is roughly 60 years old, has long flowing brown hair with a graying goatee. He is tall and striking, with blue eyes. Obi-Wan is 25, very short brown hair with a braid of hair down one side of his head, pale skin, and blue eyes. Obi-Wan: "I have a bad feeling about this." "I don't sense anything." "It's not about the mission, Master. It's about something elsewhere. It's elusive." "Don't center on your anxiety, Obi-Wan. Keep your concentration here and now, where it belongs." "But Master Yoda says I should be mindful of the future." "But not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, my young Padawan." "Yes, Master. But how do you think the Trade Viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?" "These Federation types are cowards. The negotiations will be short." Then, inside a large, dark control room, run by the Mionolians, wearing goggles and masks, Newt Gunray, an elaborately dressed Mionolian, and Dauphin, wearing a captain's uniform, stands stunned before the TC-14. Newt, shaken.
"Oh, what? What did you say?"
the TC-14. The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe. Ah, I knew it. They were sent to force a settlement. Blind me, we're done for. Newt, stay calm. I wager the Senate isn't aware. Stay calm. I wager the Senate isn't aware of the Supreme Chancellor's moves here. Go distract them. I will contact Lord Sidious. Are you brain dead? I'm not going in there with 2 Jedi. Send the droid. They both turn to the TC-14, who lets out a squeaky sigh. Inside the conference room, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are sitting at the large conference table. The door to the conference room slides open and the TC-14 enters with a tray of drinks and food. Is it thy nature, Master, to make us wait this long? No. I sense an unusual amount of fear. Fear for which something is as trivial as a trade dispute. Obi-Wan takes a drink. Inside the bridge, Newt, Dauphin, and Roan are before a hologram of Darth Sidious, a dark-robed figure whose face is obstructed by a hood. Yes? What is it? The Chancellor has sent ambassadors to force a settlement. They are Jedi. Darth Sidious. Jedi? Are you sure? They have been identified, my master, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. This scheme of yours has failed, Lord Sidious. The blockade is finished. We dare not go against the Jedi. You seem more worried about the Jedi than you are of me, Dauphin. I am amused, Viceroy. They begin to look very nervously at one another. Yes, my lord? I don't want to see this stunted slime in my sight again. Do you understand? Yes, my lord. Newt gives Dauphin a fierce look. Dauphin, terrified, rushes off the bridge. Darth Sidious. This turn of events is unfortunate. We must accelerate our plans, Viceroy. Begin landing your troops. My lord, is that legal? I will make it legal. And the Jedi? The Chancellor should never have brought them into this. Kill them immediately. Yes, my lord, as you wish. There, in the cockpit of the cruiser, the captain and pilot look up and see a gun turret emerge from the hangar's ceiling, swinging around and pointing directly at them. Suddenly, their ship explodes. Battleship gunfire begins to rage there in the main bay. We switch now to the conference room. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan leap to a standing position with their laser swords drawn. The TC-14 jumps back, startled, spilling the drinks on the tray and on the floor. TC-14, sorry, sir, the Viceroy. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan listen intently. A faint hissing sound can be heard. Toxic gas. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan turn off their laser swords. Each take a sudden deep breath and hold it as the room fills with yellow smoke. Then a hologram of Newt surrounded by battle droids appears in the conference room hallway. They must be dead by now. Destroy what is left of them. The battle droid looks at another battle droid and says, Check it out, Corporal. We'll cover you. Roger, roger. The battle droid cautiously opens the door. A deadly yellow cloud billows from the room. The battle droids cock their weapons. As a figure stumbles out of the smoke, it's TC-14 carrying the tray of drinks. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. The protocol droid passes the armed camp just as 2 flashing laser swords appear out of the deadly fog, cutting down several battle droids before they can fire. Blast them! Now we cut to the bridge. The bridge is a cacophony of alarms. Newt and Roon watch on their view screen. Something is wrong. Viceroy, we're not exactly sure. He's cut off midway through sentence as Roon gives Newt a worried look. Newt, what in blazes is going on down there? They can't be alive. We've lost transmission, sir. Have you ever encountered a Jedi Knight before? Well, not exactly, but seal off the bridge. Yes, sir. It won't be enough. I want droidicas up here at once. We will not survive this. Qui-Gon cuts down several battle droids in half, creating a shower of sparks and metal parts. Obi-Wan raises his hand, sending the battle droids crashing into the wall. Qui-Gon makes his way to the bridge and begins to cut through. There on the bridge, the crew is very nervous as sparks are flying around the bridge. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are on the view screen. Close the blast doors! The huge, very thick blast door slams shut, followed by a second door, then a third door. There's suddenly a hissing sound as the huge doors seal shut. Qui-Gon stabs the door with his sword. The screen goes black as a red spot begins to appear in the center of the blast door. They're still coming through! Impossible! That is impossible! Where are those droidicas? There, in the hallway outside the bridge, two ugly destroyer wheel droids roll down the hallway at full speed. Just as they get to the bridge area, they stop and transform into their battle configuration. Master, destroy us! Qui-Gon. Offhand, I'd say this mission is past negotiation stage. The wheeled droids rush into the entry area, blasting away with their laser guns. The Jedi block the bolts with their lightsabers, and the bolts rebound off the blue bubbled shields protecting the droids. The laser bolts hit the ceiling, the walls, the floor. Obi-Wan. They have shield generators. It is a standoff. Let's go! The droids stop firing and stand in a semicircle as the smoke clears. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are nowhere to be seen. Just then, the Jedi seem to materialize at the far end of the hallway and dash through the doorway that slams shut. The wheeled droids blast away at the doorway. There, inside the bridge, Newt and Rune stand on the bridge, watching the view screen as the droids appear at top speed all the way up to the doorway. Rune. We have them on the run, sir. They're no match for the droidicas. Sir, they've gone up the ventilation shaft. There in the Federation main bay, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan appear at a very large vent in the giant hangar bay. They're careful not to be seen. Thousands of battle droids are loading onto a loading craft, along with the hover tanks and the troop transports. Qui-Gon. Battle droids. It's an invasion army. It's a very odd play for the Trade Federation. We've got to warn Naboo and contact Chancellor Valorum. We better get to somewhere, besides here. Maybe we can hitch a ride with our friends down there. It's the least they can do, after all, the way they treated us so far. Let's split up. Stow aboard separate ships and meet down on the planet. Keep in touch by comlink. You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short. T-How suddenly receives a transmission. Sir, a transmission from the transport ship on the planet. On the view screen, a 14-year-old Queen Amidala appears on her throne room chair. Wearing her elaborate headdress, ghost white face paint, and robes, she sits surrounded by the governing council and 4 handmaidens. Rune. It's Queen Amidala herself. Newt. At least we're getting results. To the Queen. Again, you'll come before me, Your Highness. The Federation is pleased. Amidala. You will not be pleased when you hear what I have to say, Viceroy. Your trade boycott of our planet has ended. Newt turns to Rune and smiles. Oh, I was not aware of such a failure. Amidala. I have word that the Senate is finally working on voting on this blockade of yours. Newt. I take it you know the outcome then. Sometimes I wonder why they bother to vote at all. Enough of this pretense. Viceroy, I'm aware of the Chancellor's ambassadors are with you now, and that you have been commanded to reach a settlement. What is it to be? I know nothing of any ambassadors. You must be mistaken. Armadillo, surprised at his reaction, studies him carefully. Beware, Viceroy. The Federation has gone too far this time. Your Highness, we would never do anything without the approval of the Senate. You assume too much. We will see, Chancellor. The Queen then fades off screen, and it goes black. Rune. She's right. The Senate will never. It's too late now. The attack is underway. You think she suspects an attack? I don't know, but I don't want to take any chances. We must move quickly to disrupt all communications down there. Then, in the city of Naboo, establishing a shot of Naboo, we see a beautiful, lush paradise of a world, perched on a cliffside and besieged next to a river leading to a waterfall. The city of Theed is ornate with classical, rounded lines. A giant, regal-looking palace towers above the city, rising from the cliffside. Several birds fly across the dawn skies. There, in the throne room, we see the Queen. Her robed handmaidens are standing by her and sit before a hologram of Senator Palatine, a thin, kindly man, 50 years of age, and also with them is the Chancellor, also with them, the Council of Governors, seated in a circular pattern around the Queen's throne, a trio of guards and Captain Panaka of the Royal Security Force, Palpatine. How could that be true? I have assurances from the Chancellor. His ambassadors did arrive. It must be the... And the transmission breaks up. Armadillo. Senator Palpatine? What's happening? Captain. Check the transmission generators. A malfunction? He's thinking the same thing. It could be the Federation jamming us. A communication disruption can only mean one thing. Invasion. Armadillo. Don't jump to conclusions, Governor. The Federation would not dare go that far. Captain. The Senate would revoke their trade franchise. They'd be finished. Armadillo. We must continue to rely on negotiation. Negotiation? We've lost all communication. Where are the Chancellor's ambassadors? How can we negotiate? We must prepare to defend ourselves. Captain. This is a dangerous situation, Your Highness. Our security volunteers will be no match against the battle-hardened Federation army. Armadillo. I will not condone a course of action that would lead us to war. We now see outside, in space, 6 giant landing craft, escorted closely by a droid starfighter, launch from the lead Federation battleship and fly in formation toward the surface of the planet Naboo. Now we see a Naboo swamp, right next to a shallow lake. 3 landing craft slowly descend through the cloud of cover of the perpetual gray twilight of that side of the planet. The starfighters split off and fly into the distance. One of the landing craft begins to slow, wobbling in midair. At the bottom of the craft, a lightsaber blade shines as it cuts through the metal hull. A man-sized hole is opened. Obi-Wan leaps out and dives smoothly into the lake. The landing craft plows into the heavily swamped ground nearby, smoking and breaking off a wing. One by one, the Federation warships land in an eerie swamp area. Battle droids riding on top. They are the first out of the ship as the main doors open. Obi-Wan's head emerges from the mud of the shallow lake. Far in the background, the activities of the invasion force can be seen in the midst. Obi-Wan takes several deep breaths, then disappears again under the muddy water swamp. Giant brown transport troops emerge from the landing craft, looking like mechanical versions of elephants. There at the exterior of the swamp, the MTTs move out of the landing craft and onto the ground as they begin their slow ride and advancement toward the city. One particular commander stands up, 9, and answers to a hologram. Yes, Viceroy? Ah, we have searched the ship, and there is no trace of the Jedi. They must have gotten onto one of your landing craft. If they're down here, sir, we'll find them. We're moving out of the swamp and marching on the cities. We are meeting no resistance. Newt. Excellent. Use caution. These Jedi are not to be underestimated. Qui-Gon runs through the strange landscape, glancing back to see the monstrous troop transports emerging from the mist. Animals large and small begin running past him in a panic. It becomes a stampede as one of the huge transports moves in on Qui-Gon's direction, smashing through trees, running them over, trying as it were to run him down. An odd frog-like creature, Gungan, Jar Jar Binks, squats on the ground holding a clam as he retrieved it from the murky swamp. The shell pops open. Jar Jar's great tongue snaps out and grabs the clam, swallowing it in one gulp. Jar Jar looks and sees Qui-Gon and the other creatures running like the wind toward him. The transport ship bears down on the Jedi, charging like a locomotive. Jar Jar stands transfixed, eyes glowing wide, still holding the clamshell in one hand. Oh, no! Qui-Gon sees him, waves at him frantically to get out of the way, and yells, "Get out of the way! Move!" Jar Jar drops the shell, grabs onto Qui-Gon as he passes by. The Jedi is caught by surprise. Oh! Help me! Mika, help me! Let go! The machine is about to crush them both as Qui-Gon drags Jar Jar before him. Just as the transport is about to hit them, Qui-Gon drops. Jar Jar goes sprawling into the mud with him. The transport rumbles overhead, then continues on through the swamp. Qui-Gon and Jar Jar pull themselves out of the mud. They stand watching the war machine as it disappears into the mist. Qui-Gon begins to move off. Oh, what's that? Hey! Jar Jar grabs Qui-Gon and hugs him. Oh, Mooey Mooey, I love you! The frog-like creature kisses the Jedi with his long tongue. Qui-Gon recoils in disgust. You almost got us killed. Are you brainless? Ah, I spoke. Qui-Gon, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now, get out of here. Qui-Gon starts to move off again, and Jar Jar follows. Oh, no, Misa called Jar Jar Binks. Misa, I'm a 7. That won't be necessary. Oh, but it is. It's commanded by the gods. It is. 'Tis a libertadas. In the distance, 2 ships burst out of the mist at high speed, chasing Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon pushes Jar Jar aside. I have no time for this. Say what? Just then, Obi-Wan is getting barreled down by repeating fire. Jar Jar finally sees them and panics again. Oh, Isagada! Qui-Gon throws Jar Jar into the mud as he grabs his lightsaber from his belt. Stay down! Ah, Misa die! Just then, 2 droid troops fire laser bolts at Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon deflects the bolts back, and both of the troop droids blow up. 1, 2. A chunk of one droid flies far into the forest. Obi-Wan is exhausted, tries to catch his breath. I'm so sorry, Master. The water fried my weapon. Obi-Wan pulls out his burnt laser sword handle, Qui-Gon inspects it. You forgot to turn your power off again, didn't you? It won't take long to recharge, but this is a lesson I hope you've learned, my young Padawan. Yes, Master. Jar Jar pulls himself out of the mud and looks at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Oh, you saved me again! What's this, Master? A local. Let's get out of here before more droids show up. More? More? Did you spec? Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon start to run. Jar Jar tries to keep up. Excuse me, but the most grand safest place would be Otaganga City. 'Tis where I grew up. 'Tis a hidden city. Suddenly, they stop. A city? Uh-huh. Qui-Gon says, could you take us there? On second thought, no. No? It's embarrassing, but my afraid Misa been banished. Misa forgotten the bosses would do terrible things to me. Terrible things to me. If a Misa going there. Qui-Gon, do you hear that? They hear in the distance thundering bolts of lasers and bombs. Yeah? That is the sound of 1,000 terrible things heading this way. If they find us, they will crush us, grinding us up into little pieces and then blasting us into oblivion. Jar Jar blinks as he thinks, your point is a scene. This way. As he spins around, he nearly hits Obi-Wan with his ears, then runs into the swamp. Hurry! The Jedi follow him into the swamp. There, they stand before a lake. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Jar Jar run out of the thick forest onto the shore of the murky lake, and they stop as transports are heard in the distance. How much further must we go? We shall go underwater. With that, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan pull out small capsules from their utility belts that turn into breathing masks. Jar Jar stretches out his arms in preparation for the swim. And my warning news, Gungans no like outsiders, so don't expect the Lord welcome. Obi-Wan, oh, don't worry. This hasn't been our day for warm welcomes. With a screeching cry, Jar Jar jumps several feet into the air, does a double somersault with a twist, and dives smoothly into the water, his head popping back up. You shall follow me now, okie dokie? With their breathing masks on, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan wade in after him. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan swim behind Jar Jar, who is very much at home in the water. Down they go as they swim into the black, murky depths, swimming past a school of fish. In the distance, the golden glow of Gunga City, an underwater city made up of large glass-like bubbles, become more distinct as they approach the strange habitat. Jar Jar swims magically through the bubble membrane, which seals behind him. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon follow, surprised to find themselves only slightly damp on the other side. There they stand in the Gunga City Square. The Jedi stare in awe of the huge, ornate city bubbles. Jar Jar beams. So good to be home! Gungans in the massive square mumble between themselves and scatter when they see the strange Jedi. The trio start down the walkway. Just then, the captain of the guard yells out and says, Hey, sir! You, sir! Stop there! 4 guards, armed with long electrical poles, riding atop 2 animals into the square. The guards, led by the captain, point their lethal poles at the dripping trio. Hey, hello, Captain. He shrugs. Meet the back. The captain, no again, Jar Jar. You're gonna tell the bosses. Use a bigger doo-doo this time. Jar Jar groans and shrugs his shoulders. One of the guard rides up and gives Jar Jar a slight zap with his power pole. Jar Jar jumps and snorts at the guard. How rude! They now stand in the high tower boardroom. The boss's boardroom has bubble walls with small lighted fish swimming around outside like moving stars. A long circular judge's bench filled with Gungan officials dominates the room. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon stand before Boss Noss, a squat, fat Gungan who sits on the bench higher than the others. Boss Noss snickers haughtily at the two. You sabisa here. This armor mechanics up there is a new scene. Qui-Gon, that droid army is about to attack Naboo. We must warn them. Obi-Wan says, once those droids take control of the surface, they will take control of you. Boss. Misa no think. Misa scan talk waki did in Naboo. And no Newton talkie wit. Outlanders. Das mechanics no common here. They do not know a Usen. Obi-Wan. You and the Naboo form a symbiote circle. What happens to one of you will affect the other. You certainly must understand this. We's a know nothing use a things, Outlander. We's no care about that Naboo. Qui-Gon waves his hand and a strange tone in his voice. Then speed us on our way. We saw speed use away. We could use transport. We should give you una bunga. Jar Jar stares at this, confused. The speediest way to the Naboo is to go through, with an evil grin, the planet core. Now go! Qui-Gon, we thank you for your help. We leave in peace. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan bow and turn to leave. Obi-Wan, Master, what's a bungo? A transport, I hope. The Jedi notice the Jar Jar in chains to one side, waiting to hear his verdict. Jar Jar gives Qui-Gon an alarmed look and starts forward. The guard holds him back. The Jedi stop. Jar Jar. Das a setting you up? Going through the planet core? Bad bombing. Qui-Gon. Thank you, my friend. Oh, 'tis okay. And a help here would be hot. Jar Jar's soulful look is counterpointed by a sheepish grin. Obi-Wan frowns as Qui-Gon turns toward the Gungan Council. Master, we are short on time. Qui-Gon. Time spent here can help us later. We need a navigator to get us through the planet's core. This Gungan may be of help. I sense a loss of focus. Be mindful, Padawan. Your sensitivity to the living force is not your strength. Qui-Gon walks back to Boss Noss. Obi-Wan looks disgusted. Qui-Gon. What is to become of Jar Jar Binks here? Boss. Binks. Broken Noba can be law. Hisn to be punished. Qui-Gon. He has been a great help to us. I hope the punishment will not be too severe. Boss. He be pounded unto that. Jar Jar moans hopelessly. Now Obi-Wan looks concerned. Qui-Gon is thinking. We need a navigator to get us through the planet's core. I have saved Jar Jar Binks' life. He owes me what you call a life debt. And he waves his hand. Your gods demand that his life belongs to me now. Binks! As he turns to Jar Jar. You having a life play with indecent heathen? Jar Jar nods. Boss shakes his head. Spit flies everywhere. Finally, he gestures in frustration. His'n livin' tis'n yours, Outlander. Worthless anywhat. Begone with them. Jar Jar is freed, and his chains fall off as he begins to follow the Jedi out of the chamber. Count on me out of this one. Better dead here than dead in the car. With that, he slaps his face. What's a Misa saying? Now we see a strange little submarine propel itself away from Gunga, leaving the glow of the settlement in the distance. Obi-Wan is in the co-pilot's seat. Jar Jar guides the craft. This is nothing. Oh, goober fish. Jar Jar veers the craft to the left and turns the lights on. The coral vistas are grand and fantastic. They're wondrous. Obi-Wan? Jar Jar, why were you banished? Oh, 'tis a longer tale, but a smaller weeda misa, clumsy. You were banished because you were clumsy? Oh, you mightn't be saying that. Then, as the little sub glides into the planet core, a large dark shape begins to follow. Misa cousin maybe wanna do a little beady accidentes. You da say boom da gossa, then crash. The boss says, hey blah blah blah, then the banished. Suddenly there's a loud crash, and the little craft lurches to the side. Qui-Gon looks around and sees a huge, luminous, sea-killing monster that has hooked them with its long, gooey tongue. The sub flies into the mouth of the creature. Oh, the big goober fish! Suddenly, the sea creature... Suddenly, the sea creature releases the sub from its mouth. We so free! And the sub zooms away as they see a larger set of jaws munching on the hapless killer. The jaws belong to an incredible Sando Aqua monster. The lights in the teeny sub begin to flicker as the cruiser dives deeper into the gloom. There's always a bigger fish. Misa think we go back now. Then, outside, in space, on the Federation battleship, Newt and Rune stand before a hologram of Darth Sidious. The invasion is on schedule, my lord. Darth Sidious. Good. I have the Senate bogged down in procedures. By the time this incident comes up for a vote, they will have no choice but to accept your control of the system. The Queen has great faith in the Senate that they will side with her. Darth Sidious, grinning. Queen Amidala is young and naive. You will find controlling her will not to be very difficult. You've done well, Viceroy. Oh, thank you, my lord. You didn't tell him about the missing Jedi. No need to report that until we have something to report. Deep underwater, sparks are flying and water is leaking into the cabin. Oh, hey, doll, we's a going. Captain Qui-Gon. You're the navigator. You's a dream of me so hoping. Just relax. The Force will guide us. Oh, the Force. Well, and that the smells of stinkerweave. The sound of the power drive drops. Master, we're losing power. Obi-Wan is working, with the sparks flying. The lights flicker and dim. Jar Jar moans, shaking his head. Oh no, we should die in here. Qui-Gon, just relax. We're not in trouble yet. Jar Jar, what's it yet? Monsters out there, leaking in here, all is sinking and no power. Oh, when are you so think we say in the trouble? Suddenly, the power is back. Jar Jar, oh, the monster there! Ouch time! Suddenly, a large clawfish is surprised and rears back. The sub turns around and speeds away. Jar Jar spits out gibberish at a frantic pace. Relax, Jar Jar. With that, Qui-Gon puts his hand on Jar Jar's shoulder, and Jar Jar relaxes into a coma. You overdid it. The clawfish leaps out after seeing the fleeing sub as it shoots out of the tunnel and into the waiting jaws of a Sando aqua monster. The sub narrowly avoids the deadly teeth of the aqua monster. The coco fish chasing after them isn't so lucky. It is munched in half by the larger predator. The little sub slips away. Qui-Gon, head for that alcove. Jar Jar regains consciousness. Oh, we said dead yet? There ahead are the streets of the city. The battle droids and destroyer droids are everywhere. People are being herded out of their homes. One woman turns and faces the droids. Why are you doing this? One battle droid's response is to shoot the woman down. The people scream and huddle together. They continue down the streets at the droid's orders. Several structures are taking shape on the outskirts of the city, large fenced-in areas with barrack buildings and guard towers visible within, concentration camps. The droids are herding the people into the barracks, even as other droids work on finishing the laser fences. There in the plaza, as the Queen watches helplessly from a window in the palace, a transport carrying Newt and Rune lands in the plaza. They exit the transport. A battle droid walks up to them. Viceroy, we've captured the Queen. Ah, victory! There in the palace, the Queen turns from where she's been staring out the window. A robed handmaiden walks before her, back turned to us. Amidala says, I have to ask something of you. I have no right to ask. The handmaiden looks out the window at the carnage. I am ready for whatever happens, Your Highness. Now we look deep underwater as the little sub continues to propel itself towards the surface, which is brightly lit. We said do it! With that, the ship sub breaks the surface of the water. We see paradise. Billowing clouds frame a romantic body of water. There's a loud rush of bubbles, and a small little sub bobs to the surface. Birds scatter from the sight. The current in the estuary begins to pull the sub backward into the fast-moving river. Obi-Wan switches the two remaining bubble canopies open. Qui-Gon stands up to look around, and Jar Jar lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, we are safe now. This is lovely. Jar Jar looks back to where they've been drifting. He sees they are headed for a huge waterfall. Uh-oh. Qui-Gon, get this thing started now. Obi-Wan tries to start the engine. The long propellers behind the sub begin to rotate. Obi-Wan struggles until finally, Within a few feet short of the waterfall, the sub starts, and they're able to generate enough power to stop drifting backward in the powerful current. The sub slowly moves forward. There isn't enough power, Master. The engines cough and die, and they begin to start drifting backward again. Jar Jar panics. In the background, Qui-Gon takes a cable out of his belt. Qui-Gon then shoots the thin cable and wraps it around itself. And it wraps itself around a railing on the shore as he secures the other end of it to the bongo. The sub pulls the cable taut, and the little craft hangs precariously over the edge of the waterfall. "Oh, we should die here!" Qui-Gon turns and says, "Come on." Obi-Wan climbs out of the sub and pulls himself along the cable. Qui-Gon starts in after him. The two Jedi make their way across the roaring current towards the shore. Obi-Wan gets there first and helps Qui-Gon out of the water. They both look back to see Jar Jar still shivering in the cockpit. "Come on, Jar Jar, move." "No, Misa too scary." "Get up here, now." "No, mighty no." Jar Jar looks back and sees he is hanging over the waterfall. "Obi-Wobi, oh, Misa coming. Jar Jar starts to climb out of the sub, but slips and falls into the water, jerking against the current. The Gungan swims over to the shore. The cable and sub breaks the cable loose, crashing down into the waterfall. The Jedi pull Jar Jar out of the water. The Gungan shakes himself dry, gibbering all the while to himself. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Jar Jar walk across the terrace toward the distant royal palace. The waterfall of the city sparkles in the noonday sun. We switch now to the palace stairway where Queen Amidala and Bibla and 5 of the Queen's handmaidens are surrounded by 5 battle droids and are headed down a stairway. Captain Panaka and the 4 guards are also held at gunpoint. Newt and Rune walk down the stairway with them. Queen Amidala has changed her costume to a black one. Newt: "Oh, we brought you out to your chambers for a purpose, Your Highness." "I was not brought. This is my palace. I do not recognize your authority." Bibli: "It is bad enough that you cut off our communications, bad enough that you pretend this blockade is legal, but landing an army and occupying our cities, how will you explain this invasion to the Senate?" Newt: "The Queen and I will sign a treaty that will legitimize our occupation here. I have assurances that the treaty, when produced, will be quickly ratified by the Senate." Bibli: "A treaty in the face of this blatant act of war? I will not cooperate." "Oh, now, your princess. In a time, the suffering of your people will persuade you to see our point of view. I hear you are compassionate as well as wise. You do not like to see suffering." Amidala: "Do what you will. I will not surrender." They reach the bottom of the staircase. "Commander?" "Yes, sir." Newt says, smiling. "Process them." "Yes, sir." "Captain, take them to Camp 4. Roger that." We now switch to a new scene, of which I will pause a moment here, everybody, and get a well-needed drink of water. Whew. Let me give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, it's looped. All right. Quick shout out to the chat. How's it going, chat? 30 minutes late now, boys. Late? Oh, you just joined it. Well, welcome everybody. If you're just getting here, thanks so much. Stays there for 27 hours. Oh, that's funny. Brother Patty, that's pretty funny. You got to go to his new live stream. Whose new live stream? Well, it's 11 p.m. here in the UK. Is it really? Wow, you're like 5 hours ahead of me. What is this? You're telling me I'm not live? I'm live. It says I'm live. Hang on. I'm having little bits of difficulty. Yes, okay, there. I got the right thing going. Okay. Thank you all. I've missed a lot of your gracious donations, and may I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys, this is awesome. This is great. I really appreciate you all being here. Wow, 12:41 in New Zealand. Oh, good day, mate, or good evening on you, mate. Good on you. So, wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really appreciate you guys just being here with me, doing this. This is fabulous. I know. So, Pete, can you give me good luck for the exams? Oliver Queen? Of course. Oh, speaking of New Zealand, my heart, my prayers go out to all of you, especially in the Christchurch area. What a tragedy. I'm so sorry for what has happened. And really, you're in our thoughts and prayers. So, that said, let me go on. A few shout-outs. Rachel, thanks for being here. Angry Bird, thank you for being here. I know. My voice already, I feel it. Well done, Pete. Thank you. You're very kind. 7:42 on the East Coast of the U.S. Can I get a flex on? Heyo. Play Minecraft with Ireland. 11:42. Okay. 5:42 in Canada. 6:42 in beautiful sunny Texas. Whew. Happy St. Pat's Day from Ireland. Luke! Top of the morning. Oh. Extremism. Unmute your mic, Pete. I don't think it's muted. Thank you all for your well wishes. I found my credit card. Eric, that's pretty funny. Reading, I see. Yep. Reading through till about, I think my voice will have had it. Oh my goodness. It's 0:42 in the Deutschland. Ja, the Fatherland. What is it in Hawaii? Pete, hi from London. Oh, I missed Hawaii. Where are you? More than 1 million subs. Diamond Man, thank you very much. There it is. 1:41 in Hawaii. Yes, in the afternoon. 1:41. All right. Happy Jacksepticeye Day. Whew. I know I'm getting bad when I start misreading simple things. 4:43 in Arizona. Yeah, you're 3 behind me. I'm here in East Coast time, everybody. Or GMT minus 4 to my friends overseas. Oh, yep. Yep, Pete. Do you still want my credit card? Nope. Can you quote Obi-Wan Kenobi? Stay tuned, and I will. I promise. Mike's not off. You just can't. I agree with that. Thank you for clarifying, my friend. Pete must be 20% made. I don't know. My throat doesn't feel it. I love the dad talks. Yeah, I'm so glad to see that video's been well received. I can't believe that the gaming video, Rocket League, that I did with Musty, great guy, by the way, that's been super well received. It encourages me to do some more gaming videos. So I'm going to do some walkthroughs on a couple of different gaming videos. Probably, I'm going to start with a game that I don't think is like overdone. You know, I wanted to do Red Dead walkthrough when it first came out. Then Resident Evil, 2, the new one. That kind of got overdone right away. So I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but it's going to be in that style of Markiplier scary. I'll leave it at that. Markiplier scary. Anyway, Let me do a few more shout outs and then we'll go back into Star Wars. PewDiePie has been passed today. I know. I'm trust me, all my PewDiePie friends, I'm watching it. I feel for it. If any of you friends haven't subscribed, now's the time to do it. He definitely could use it. I love Rocket League. I do too. It's been a great game. You should try Rainbow Six. There's so many I should try. Can you play Battlefront? That's another one. Battlefront's another one. All of that. So thank you all. Really appreciate it. Oh, let me just change this real quick. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. I'm going to continue to play this, but I have an idea. No. That's funny. This is a great page, by the way. One of my favorite. Let's at least, I think I can do this and not get copy striked. I think I can play the trailer. I think I can do that. Play the trailer and not get a copy strike as long as I don't have any of the music. So let's do that for a little background. We can mute it, put that full screen, there we go. We'll just kind of loop that. All right, good suggestion. Let's keep this going over here. There we go. Sorry. As long as I'm changing things, I think I'll make my text a little larger. There we go. You know your eyes are getting tired when all of a sudden the screen starts getting a little blurry. Okay, that's good. All right, so thank you for being here. Last little up. Thank you, Luke. Again, thank you for all of you who have graciously donated. Really, truly, sincerely appreciate it. Thank you for all of you who've subscribed. Again, thank you. I should probably mention, because of iBuyPower, we're going to be up in Charlotte, North Carolina, this coming Wednesday, the 20th. From Meet Us. Anybody in that area, we're going to have a little fan celebration because we hit 1 million subs. So we talked to our sponsor, iBuyPower, and Marriott says, yep, Marriott Courtyard there. You can catch that on my Instagram, the address. You can catch it. I'll put it here in the notes below, but and also on Twitter. Subscribe. It's if you're not already, it's VoiceoverPete. So we'll just open it up, get together with whoever comes for about 2 hours from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll have some merch giveaway from iBuyPower. So we're just going to have fun, hang out a little bit together, take some selfies. I want to get to know you. You guys can hang out with us. My son and I will be there. It's going to be great. So for those of you who think this has been fun so far, go ahead, take your social media, your Twitter, your Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got, and tweet to your friends this link. Let's get some more friends in here. Love to see this trending on YouTube Live. And I think we need about 1,000 or more to get that. So, let's take one more look in the messages. Pete, yeah, all the games. Out there in Asia. Wow. Nate, that's another place I've always Hope to go. Hello from South Africa, from TJK. Brendy, thank you. Man, I was near Charlotte. So sorry, buddy. Kel, thank you. Will Black. All these games, I do want to play them, so don't. Brother, did a quick check. Pewds is still in the lead, approximately 19,000. So thanks for checking on that. Anybody who's never subscribed to him, be sure to subscribe, spread it on Twitter. Not only about, yes, so Pete, crunchy or creamy? Crunchy. Jared, wow, some of these are going so fast. So thank you all for sharing your thoughts. Sweden is cold. A lot of cold places. Actually, my son and I are going out to visit my other son in Colorado, where we look forward to snowmobile racing, dog sled racing. It's going to be epic. Okay, this is epic. Spread this on Twitter, guys. Thanks so much for your kind words, everybody. Shout out to Nate. You bet, buddy. Really appreciate it. Feeling it here. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, too, for everybody and saying how much you like the various videos. It really goes a long way with me, and I can't tell you, especially today's video that dropped, the dad chat. I don't care if I get 5 views or 500,000 views. Some of the comments in there really do cause me to just well up with tears as I read your heartfelt comments and some of your stories. So thank you. I can't tell you guys enough how much you guys have come to mean to me. So that's why I call you my friends, because you are. So thank you all. Kenji, thank you for that. These longer comments are hard for me to read as they go whizzing by. But thank you all for your kind wishes, your wonderful sentiment. I truly appreciate it. Jar Jar is a Sith. Daniel. That's pretty funny. All right. Let's get back into it, everyone. Okay. Here we go. And we're going to pick it up. Where's the new chapter? There it is. Hang on. I moved things around, and along with it was my place. Figures, right? And okay. We'll pick it up in the hangar. I'm not sure how much longer my voice is going to last, but thank you all again for being here. I'm not ignoring you guys, but obviously I can't read the script and comment. So what I'm going to do is another section break. I'll continue to read on. All of you friends who are there in the chat, be sure to just share with everybody that's coming in, that's new. And I'm going to read through these and give you more shout outs. Ghost, we're not. If I play the trailer, I get a copy strike. If I don't play the audio, I get no copy strike. So as long as you let this run, we're good. So anyway, you're right. It's not a trailer, so I definitely want to be one removed. Zero, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the generous donation. Thank you. And to all who've generously donated, thank you. So Nate, thank you. So yeah, we can let a review of the trailer run without the music, and I think we should be pretty safe. Anyway, that's for you, Pewds, who's probably watching this as we speak. I'm not gonna lie. PewDiePie have exchanged messages. He's a great, great guy. He really is, and have no doubt, he's a great guy. All right, with that said, back into our script, our movie. So, did you all go to the restroom? Are you all good? Are you all good? All right, here we go. The door opens to the main hangar. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Jar Jar, Captain Panaka, and the 2 guards, 3 handmaidens are all followed by Queen Amidala. They head for the sleek, chrome spacecraft. Bibli, Yane, and Sachi stay behind. The handmaidens begin to cry. Captain Panaka: "We'll need to free those pilots." Captain points to the 20-some-odd guards. The ground crew and the pilots are all held in a corner by 6 battle droids. Obi-Wan: "I'll deal with that." Obi-Wan heads toward the group of captured pilots. Qui-Gon and the Queen, along with Captain Panaka, Jar Jar, and the rest of the group, approach the guards at the ramp of the Naboo craft. Guard droid: "Halt." Qui-Gon: "I'm the ambassador for the Supreme Counselor. I'm taking these people with me to Coruscant." The guard droid: "Where are you taking them?" "To Coruscant." "Coruscant, that does not compute. Wait, you're under arrest." The guard then draws his weapon, but before any of the droids can fire, they're cut down. The other guards run to their aid. Obi-Wan attacks the guards that surround the pilots. Qui-Gon stands, fighting off the droids as the others rush on board the spacecraft. Obi-Wan frees the pilots and they run. Guards and the ground crew members rush aboard the ship. The other pilots and guards race to Bibli. After everyone has made their way onto the ship, Qui-Gon jumps on board. The alarms sound. More droids rush into the hangar and fire as the ship takes off. There in the hangar bay, the ship exits the hangar. Battle droid standing in the hangar shoots at them. The sleek spacecraft speeds away from the planet of Naboo and heads for the deadly Federation blockade. Jar Jar is led into a low, cramped doorway by Obi-Wan. "Now stay here and stay out of trouble." Obi-Wan closes the door and Jar Jar looks around and sees a long row of 5 short, dome-topped astro droids, R2 units. They all look alike except for one who is different in his painted color. They all seem to be shut down. Jar Jar turns to them. "Oh, hello, boyso. Diso wanna longo trip?" Jar Jar taps a bright red R2 unit on the head. Its head pops up a bit. He lets out a gasp as he lifts his head. "Ooh, Disa opens. Oops." Then many springs come flying out as Jar Jar quickly closes it again, very embarrassed. "Yo, just a dokan." There, in the front of the craft, the pilot, Olli, navigates towards the massive battleship. Captain Panaka watches. Qui-Gon comes in. Rick looks up at Qui-Gon. "The name's Rick Ali," holds out his hand. "Thanks for helping out down there." Qui-Gon: "You better save your thanks until we deal with what's up there." Rick grins. "I heard that." Checks the instrument panel. "Our communications are still jammed. What do we do about those big boys?" With that, we see the outside of the Naboo spacecraft, surrounded by explosions, heads even closer to the massive Federation battleship. "There's the blockade. You better hang on." Alarms sound and fill the spaceship as the cockpit has Obi-Wan enter in. A hail of laser fire spits out at from the lead battleship at the approaching Naboo spacecraft. Rick: "We should abort, sir. Our deflector shields can't withstand more of this." One of the laser bolts smashes into the wing of the spacecraft, tearing off a hull panel and frying the circuitry inside. "Shield generator's been hit. Power's down. Hopefully repair droids can fix it." On the outside of the spacecraft, the lights go on and all the droids are activated. The droids rush for an exterior airlock, except for one red droid. who runs into the wall. Jar Jar holds on for dear life. The one little blue asteroid droid, who's especially dedicated, bumps into Jar Jar, lets out a huge screech as he passes, causing the Gungan to jump. How wooed! The little droid enters the airlock and is ejected onto the exterior of the spaceship. There, on the exterior of the spaceship, the droids pop onto the exterior of the new Naboo spacecraft. The ship races across the surface of the massive Federation battleship as its guns blast 2 astro droids. Captain Panaka. Stay on course, Qui-Gon. Do you have a cloaking device? Captain. No, this is not a warship. We have no weapons. We're non-violent people. That's why the Federation was brave enough to attack us. No guns. We're losing droids fast. Captain. If we can't get that shield generator fixed, we'll be sitting ducks. Rick. We're not going to make it. The shields are gone. Outside the spacecraft, the Federation battleship blows away one more of the astro droids. The blue droid connects some wires, causing sparks to fly. Rick. Power's back. Little droid did it. He bypassed the main power drive. Deflector shields are up at maximum. Qui-Gon. Move in closer. Hug the hull of the battleship. They won't be able to hit us without damaging themselves. The lone blue droid finishes his repairs and goes back inside the ship. The Naboo spacecraft races away from the Federation battleship. Rick. There's not enough power to get us to Coruscant. The hyperdrive is leaking. Qui-Gon. We'll have to find somewhere to land, to refuel, and repair the ship. Obi-Wan studies a star chart on the monitor. Here, Master. Tatooine. It's a small, out-of-the-way, poor trading post. In fact, the Trade Federation has no presence there. How can you be sure? Qui-Gon. It's controlled by the Hutts. The Hutts? It's risky, but there's no alternative. The Captain. You can't take the Royal Highness there. The Hutts are gangsters. If they discover her... It would be no different if we landed on a system controlled by the Federation, except the Hutts aren't looking for her, which gives us the advantage. Captain takes a deep breath, but sighs in frustration. Qui-Gon. Set course for Tatooine. The Naboo spacecraft races away. There, on the Federation starship, in the conference room, Newt and Rune sit around a conference table with a hologram of Darth Sidious. Ah, we control other cities in the north. We are searching for any other settlements. Darth Sidious. Destroy all high-ranking officials, Viceroy, slowly, quietly. And Queen Amidala, has she signed the treaty? No, she has disappeared, my lord. One Naboo cruiser got past a blockade. How did she escape? Reluctantly, Newt says. Oh, the Jedi, my lord. They found their way to her, overpowered her guards. Viceroy, find her! I want the treaty signed! Yes, my lord, but it's impossible to locate the ship. It's out of our range. Not for a Sith. Just then, a second Sith Lord appears behind Darth Sidious, also wearing a black robe with a face completely tattooed red and black. His eyes are burning yellow and red. This is my apprentice, Lord Maul. He will find your lost ship. The hologram fades off. Newt. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. We should not have made this bargain. What will happen when the Jedi become aware we are doing business with the Sith? the Naboo spacecraft flies through space, and as it gets closer to a planet, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, Captain Panaka, and the little blue droid are now standing before the Queen Amidala and her 3 handmaidens. Captain: an extremely well put together little droid. Without a doubt, it saved the ship as well as our lives. Amidala: it is to be commended. What is its number? Little Drew Bloyd. The little blue droid lets out a series of bleeps. Captain Panaka leans over and scrapes some of the dirt off the side of the droid and reads the number. R2-D2, Your Highness. Thank you, R2-D2. You've proven to be very loyal. Padme? Padme bows before the Queen as she continues. Clean this droid as best you can. It deserves our gratitude. To Panaka: continue, Captain. Captain looks nervously at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Your Highness, with your permission, we're heading for a remote planet called Tatooine. It is a system far beyond the reach of the Trade Federation. There, we'll be able to make needed repairs and then travel on to Coruscant. The Captain: Your Highness, Tatooine is very dangerous. It is controlled by an alliance of gangs called the Hutts. I do not agree with the Jedi on this. Qui-Gon: you must trust my judgment, Your Highness. Padme. She is now seated with the droid. You deserve a good buffing, and smiles brightly. Good work. R2 beeps happily, and Jar Jar pops out of an open door holding an oil can. Ah, Misa, hello! Jar Jar continues. No, sa Misa, scare you, sa. Oh, that's all right, says Padme. I scovered oily back there. Needn't it? Padme, thank you. This little guy is quite a mess. Ooh, who's you, sa? I'm Padme. I attend Her Highness. Misa Jaja Binks. You're a Gungan, aren't you? Jar Jar nods. How did you end up here with us? Oh, Misa no. Misa day startin' pity okie dokie witka brisky morning michan. Da boom! Getting very scared? Grab the Jedi? Pow! Misa here. Misa getting very scared. R2 beeps a sympathetic beep. Padme smiles warmly at Jar Jar and pats his hand. I'm sure everything will be all right. Misa not so sure. The ship continues toward the planet of Tatooine. Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Captain Panaka watch over Rick Olli's shoulder. A large yellow planet appears directly ahead. Rick searches his scopes. That's it. It's Tatooine. Obi-Wan says, there's a settlement, a spaceport. Looks like Mos Espa. Qui-Gon: land near the outskirts. We don't want to attract any attention. Uncouple the hyperdrive. Captain, inform the Queen that we're landing. Once they land, Qui-Gon walks across the corridor and notices Jar Jar, Padme, and R2 in another room. Jar Jar, get ready. You're going with me. The droid as well. With that, Qui-Gon walks off. Jar Jar stares after him in horror. Padme suddenly gets up and leaves the room. We see Obi-Wan is hoisting the hyperdrive off the floor panel. Jar Jar rushes up to him and falls to his knees. Obi-Wan, sir, please, no sa Misa go. Obi-Wan: sorry, Qui-Gon's right. You'll make things less obvious. And he looks back at the hyperdrive, muttering to himself, at least I hope. Obi-Wan: continues. The hyperdrive generator is gone, Master. We need a new one. That will complicate things. Be wary. I sense a disturbance in the Force. I feel it also, Master. Don't let them send any transmissions. Qui-Gon goes into the hallway and meets up with R2 and Jar Jar, and then heads to the exit ramp. They start their trek across the desert toward the city of Mos Espa. In the distance, a strange-looking caravan makes its way toward the spaceport. Jar Jar. The Sanduan murder to my skin! From the spacecraft. The captain moves toward them. Wait. Qui-Gon stops as they catch up, and Padme is dressed in rough peasant's garb. Captain seems strangely hesitant, but a glance from Padme makes him speak. Padme makes him speak. The captain. Her Highness commands you to take her handmaiden with you. She wishes to observe the locals. Qui-Gon. No more commands from Her Highness today, Captain. The spaceport is not going to be pleasant. I am accustomed to things that are not pleasant. Captain. The Queen wishes it. She is curious about the planet. Padme. I've been trained in self-defense. I speak a number of languages. I can take care of myself. The captain looks back at the ship. Please, don't make me go back and tell her you refused. Qui-Gon sighs. I don't have time to argue. This is not a good idea. Stay close to me. With that, he gives Padme a stern look, and the group starts out as the captain returns to the ship. Qui-Gon. Tatooine is home to Jabba the Hutt, who controls most of the smuggling, piracy, and slavery that funds this world. He controls the spaceports and settlements. All the populated areas, the deserts, belong to the Jawas, who scavenge who and whatever they want to sell or trade, and to the Tuskens, who live as nomads and steal from everyone. There are a number of moisture farms as well, operated by off-worlders, not directly connected to the Hutts. Most avoid places like this. The few spaceports like this are havens for those who do not wish to be found. Padme. Like us. Jar Jar is in a constant state of panic. R2 whistles along with perfect confidence. Jar Jar. This and very, very bad. Ookie eekie goo. With that, the group finally arrives at a little plaza surrounded by several junk spaceship dealers. Qui-Gon. We'll try one of those smaller dealers. They head for a little junk shop that is a huge pile of broken spaceships stacked up behind it. Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, Padme, and R2 enter the dingy junk shop and are greeted by Watu, a pudgy blue alien who has little short wings and flies like a hummingbird. Watu. Gutadana hula! Dachabadana! Good day to you, and what do you want? Qui-Gon says, I need parts. Parts for a ship, a J-type, 327 Nubian. Oh, Nubian! We have lots of that. P-Dunka! Kabadaba di Unka! Boy, get in here now. Qui-Gon. My droid has a readout of what I need. A disheveled little boy, Anakin Skywalker, runs in from the junkyard, and he's about 9 years old. Very dirty, dressed in rags, and Watu raises his hand as Anakin flinches. Watu says, Konaniche Tiwaka Malaya! What took you so long? Watu continues. Chut, chut. Ganda diwala. Never mind. Watch the store. Mi dawala nidabata. I've got some selling to do here. And back to Qui-Gon. So, let me take a D out there back, huh? You'll find out what you need. R2 and Qui-Gon follow R2 towards the junkyard, leaving Jar Jar with Padme and the young boy Anakin. Jar Jar picks up a Gizmo, trying to figure out what its purpose is. Qui-Gon takes the part off his hand and puts it back. Don't touch anything. Jar Jar makes a rude face to Qui-Gon's back and sticks out his long tongue. Anakin sits in the counter pretending to clean a part, staring at Padme. She is the most beautiful creature he has ever seen in his life. Padme is a little embarrassed by his stare. She musters up an amused smile. Finally, he gets the courage to speak. Are you an angel? What? An angel. I've heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe. They live on the moons of Lego. I think they're good and kind, and they're so pretty that they make even the most hardened space pirates cry. Padme looks at him, not knowing what to say. I've never heard of angels. Oh, you must be one. Maybe you are and you just don't know it. You're a funny little boy. How do you know so much? I listen to all the traders and star pilots that come through here. I'm a pilot, you know, and someday I'm going to fly away from this place. You're a pilot? All my life, yes. How long have you been here? Since I was very little. 3, I think. My mom and I were sold to Gardula the Hutt, but she lost us betting on the pod racers. He's a lot better master than Gardula, I think. You're a slave? Anakin looks at Padme defiantly. I am a person and my name is Anakin. I'm sorry. I don't fully understand. This is a very strange world to me. Anakin studies her. You are a strange girl to me. Jar Jar pushes the nose on what appears to be the little droid, and instantly it comes to life. It grows legs and arms and starts marching around, knocking over everything. Jar Jar holds on but can't stop it. Anakin begins to laugh. Hit the nose! Jar Jar hits the nose and the droid collapses back into its original state. Anakin and Padme laugh as Anakin watches. Padme straightens her hair. Anakin smiles and says, I'm going to marry you someday. Padme laughs again at this. I mean it. I will. Padme, you're a funny little boy. What makes you think that? I don't know. Something inside me says it. I hear it from time to time telling me stuff that's going on, and you know what? What? It's always right. Well, I'm afraid I can't marry you. What's your name again? Anakin. Anakin Skywalker. Anakin, I'm just passing through, and well, you're just a little boy. With a strange little smile. I won't always be. What 2? Oh, here it is. T14 hyperdrive generator. A new lock. I'm the only one here about who has one, but thee might as well buy a new ship. It would be cheaper, I think. Saying of which, how's he going to pay for all this? Qui-Gon. Oh, my voice, people. I have 20,000 Republic denaries. Republic credits? Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real. Qui-Gon. I don't have anything else, but credits will do just fine. No, they won't. Qui-Gon blinks, using his mind power. He waves his hand again. Credits will do just fine. No, they won't. What? You think you're some kind of Jedi weaving your hand around like that? I'm a Troidian. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. No money. Only money. We now have a scene change, and this is probably going to be a good spot to stop. So after 2 hours, I can feel my voice going, and I don't want to kill it, so I have to do a lot more speaking tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do some shout outs to the chat, and let me chat with you fine folks, okay? What do we have here? A bunch of fine friends, I might say. Oh, shout out to Anastasia, Mammal Studios, OSIP, Fun, Harry, Joseph. I know. Here's what I'm going to do for those of you still with me. I'll continue to do this live reading, and then we'll go ahead and compile it all together so we have like the master. And I'll just cut out these little moments. But let's go ahead and just give me a few minutes to just chat with you fine friends. I just want to say thanks everybody for being here. Let me just also go through before I forget. iBuyPower, one of our sponsors, thank you very much, iBuyPower, has invited us up to Charlotte with their partner Toyota Racing, and we're going to all come together. We're going to shoot some videos up there. So they've extended, I think, a really great opportunity for us to say, you know what, you hit 1 million subs. We want to join all together in a fan celebration. So anybody up in that Charlotte area, you can meet us Wednesday night, 6 p.m. at the Marriott Courtyard. Okay? The address is, I think, on today's video, the dad chats. It's in my Instagram. It's in my Twitter, VoiceoverPete. So love to see you guys there. Love to meet you all. Shake your hand. Do a selfie. Let's have some fun. And thank you, iBuyPower, that you're going to be giving away some merch. All right. That said, I know. I can't. Who dat ninja? I can't ruin my voice. I'm so sorry. I've got to call it here tonight. Striker, you're very kind. 10 Grands loves you. Thank you. Pete, shout out to sweet little friends. Thank you. There's only 500 people here. There should be way more. You know, it's okay. I'd rather have 500 friends than 1,000 who aren't my friend. Maul, speaking of Star Wars Phantom Menace, my name is literally Maul. Just like Darth Maul. What irony. It is at that. Captain, thank you very much. Your voice acting skills are great. Have you ever acted in a movie? No, but I'm available. Pete, I messaged you on the website. I have a minor depression because of my dogs. Sorry for bringing it up. Don't be sorry. No worries. I will admit there are hundreds of messages on my Discord channel, which is Discord/VoiceoverPete. I think I have around 3,000 direct messages. So if I don't get to you, I apologize. I will get to you guys. So thank you very much for being here and hanging with me. We definitely go through, especially VOP submissions for Dad Chat. We definitely go through those. Listening for a while now, learning for an exam. Very cool, not distracting. Greetings from Poland. Wow, where it's 1:23 in the morning. Wow. Fun Doodle Donkers Gaming. I just joined. I'm sad I missed it. Nope. We'll go ahead and compile all this together. Pete, I messaged you on the web. Let me continue on. Hello from England. Oh my gosh, in England? What is it, about 2 in the morning there? 2:30? It's all right, man. You can read or say whatever you want. I feel very happy. Horrid Stank, thank you. Dude, I hate reading. Please read more. Henry, thank you. Keep doing what you do, Pete. Thank you. Thanos. Mendoza, thank you. Nintendo TV, thank you. Goblamy or Gobline. Pete will never see this. Guess what? I just did. Red Panda Rocks. You should play Minecraft. I have my own Minecraft server, so yes, I do. CD Gameplays. The stream has been it's been an epic royale. Thank you. Hello from Finland. Hello from London. Hugh, thank you. Shout, por favor. Senor Hagfish, thank you. Kalent, thank you for saying hi. Stop reading. You should read episode 2. I'm from the Philippines, by the way. Thank you. Harry, it's 12:30 in the morning there in Brexit land, and I hope you guys get what you all voted for. Hello from Texas. Nods and Texan. Cyprus, God, thank you very much. Peter, you subbed to Pewdies. Thank you. Let me read on. Saying hello from Pennsylvania. Extra loyal. Thank you for being loyal. Ontario, Canada. Quebec, Canada. Sticks and Sooting Pizza. Thank you. Greetings from Venezuela. We love you, Internet Dad. Thank you very much. Big Chungus. Pete is great and should be revealed by all. Thank you. Revered. Hello from Sweden. Hello from New York. Oh, thanks so much. Frey, I appreciate it. Ohio, thank you. And Van, thank you very much for your gracious donation. I appreciate them all. So I know I've missed them. I apologize. Can't read and do both at the same time. Hello from Michigan, Alondo. Thank you. I saw another one. Sorry, it's going quick. Hello from Indiana. Blamindo. Thank you, Master Dickinson. I did it twice. I just want to say you helped me through a lot in life. Please keep making fun videos. You really helped me. And you shouting me out really did help. Well, it's my pleasure, and I mean that. Simon, hello from Atlanta. Greetings from, where did I just see it? Oklahoma. G'day from Queensland, Australia. Depresso Espresso. Good on you, mate. Andrew, this is so boring. Andrew, I know what you mean, right? I mean, who is this guy anyway? Totally agree. Portugal. Anyway, from all over the world. All right, I'm going to sign off here, everybody. I want to say thank you again. Check out the other videos. Check out my other social media. Looking forward to joining all my friends up there in Charlotte on Wednesday. And again, thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And I'll publicize when we're going to do this all again. Remember, stay epic.